So unfortunately, the water pump fix that worked for everybody else on YouTube, that Sunset Seekers posted, did not work for us. So we purchased a new water pump today. $999. Now, there's several places that I found that have this cheaper. However, we need water. So, same water pump that we have in there. It's a FlowJet automatic water system pump. Triplex diaphragm series. Sounds fancy. It's not. So if my professional photographer, other known as my beautiful wife, can pan down in here, I'll show you what I'm going to do. There are 4 screws right here on the water pump. 2 on this side, 2 adjacent on the other side. Boy, that thing's warm. I was just having it run. Pull that out of the way for the moment. So, it should be as easy as undo the 4 screws, 2 on each side. Unfortunately, the wire nuts that they have on here, I have to cut off. Cut the wires, put the new water pump in place. Obviously the water pump is off. Slip these 2 fittings in the new water pump after I screw it in place and connect the wires. It should be that easy. I'm gonna remove those 4 screws. All right, time for the new water pump. New water pump. Manufacturer suggested way to install the product. New fittings. So, anytime that I do a DIY video, I always open it up, look at it, read the instructions before I actually do the video, just to give you guys a little heads up to what I do. These fittings are barbed. You can see they're kind of ribbed right there. Not the way this one was installed. This one was installed with these, which are threaded connections. And then they have a little O-ring right here, and I know that might be a little hard to see.
One second here.
But right there.
If I can get it to focus on it, not you. There we go.
There is a little rubber O-ring. I want to look at those that are currently installed, and if they need to be replaced, I'll pull them off. But if they don't need to be, then I'm going to make this even simpler and not pull them off. So that's basically these same 2 fittings right here, except for this one has a 90 on it instead of a straight fitting. But these O-rings seem to be in good condition. The inside of the pipe is actually really clean, which is a good thing. So this is the one that goes to the, or excuse me, this is the one that comes from the freshwater tank, is this one right here. This one, the blue pipe, is the one that goes to the water system in the trailer. This pipe is city water coming in, tees in. What it does is it fills back this way into the water pump, but it should hit that valve that failed in ours. And once it hits that valve, then it starts filling the pipe in the trailer. As I said, ours failed. This is actually the fill pipe for the freshwater tank. And then this pipe right here on our trailer is the it's a air bleeder. So what it does is when you're filling the freshwater tank with water through this pipe, it forces all the air out of the tank in this pipe. So it's actually a fairly simple system. Might not sound like it, but it really is. So give me a second, I'm going to strip the wires for the new water pump. I have these small waterproof connectors. And they're made by Drycon. I picked these up at Home Depot. I'm going to use these instead of what they had on there. These are already stripped for us.
Oh, are they?
You can see that these ends are already stripped.
Oh, yep.
So, that's done, ready to go.
That was nice of them.
This has plugs in the side of it.
Oops, hang on 1 second here. Can I see that?
I'm going to pull these plugs out.
Okay. What are those plugs for?
Those plugs are just to close the water pump during shipping. You can see that there's some pink
like
water in there. That's when they tested it in the factory.
Gotcha.
So if you see some pink inside there, that's actually a good thing. But run some water through your water pump prior to actually hooking it up. This does not have, I do not see anywhere that this has an in and an out on it. Yes, I do. Has an arrow right there. There's the flow arrow. So now I just took one out so I know how it goes. This side goes in here. By pushing that blue tab in, excuse me, by pushing that blue tab in, it locks it in. This one's got rubber feet. Did the old one have rubber feet? I'll have to look. Rubber feet should decrease the vibration of it.
So you just kind of push it in and twist?
Yep, push it in, twist it. You're good to go. Alright, cut this one off first. Obviously you want to cut as little as possible because you only have so much wire to work with here. Grab the black wire. Boy, honey, aren't you happy that you have a husband that has been a contractor for a long time and knows how to do this stuff?
Yes.
Same thing.
Because otherwise it would have been a dead end on YouTube.
Twist the wires. Grab a wire connector. Those wires didn't twist very well. I know someone's going to comment about my way I twisted the wires. I'm not the electrician. Jennifer's brother is. I just manage construction projects, not wire them. Alright, that one's good. That one looks good. In fact, if you can see, it almost glistens a little bit right there at the base of the wire connector.
Let me see here. Okay.
That's the gel coming out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Alright, that's good to go.
Okay.
So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go outside, turn the water on. I have the water connected to the city water connection already at the campground that we're at. I'm going to go turn that on. and find out if this thing works.
Well, it better work. It's $99.
Plus tax.
Plus tax, yeah.
We're Oregonians, we're not used to paying tax. Alright, so I went outside, I turned the water on. The other thing that I did was I closed the freshwater tank and I put some water into it so we can test the inlet side of the water pump, make sure the water pump doesn't leak, make sure the electrical works on it, all that type of stuff. So the city water is connected, so there's water coming in here through the city water pipe. It's back feeding to here. That's dry, no leaks. Didn't mess with this at all, but we'll check that. Dry and no leaks. Just that residual on there from the testing of the pump. That's in there tight. All right, so I'm gonna turn on the faucet. Make sure that we're good. If Jennifer wants to. Check that. Don't see any leaks in there.
Nope.
Okay, we're good on that end. Okay, I'm going to turn on the water pump now. The pump is on. You can barely hear it running. That's good. And the electrical is connected. Alright, now I'm going to turn on a faucet. Alright, so I turned off the city water because the city water being on would give us a false sense that the water pump is actually working. So now with the city water off, I can open a faucet and we'll see if we get any water out. Water's flowing. I think we're good to go. Well, thanks for watching this video. Obviously didn't turn out the way that I thought it was going to at the beginning of the video, which was figuring out and diagnosing and fixing the issue with the water pump. Well, we figured it out. We diagnosed it, but we didn't fix the existing one. We installed a new one. So go ahead and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. You can find great videos on our channel of DIY, RV park reviews, and our adventures around the country. Please comment and like the video as well, and make sure life always continues to be an adventure.